It wasn't the nails that held him to that cross now. It was his love for you. I make it individual when I say, God so loved the world. I put my name there. God so loved Sam that he gave his only begotten son. You should put your name there. He so loved me that he gave his only begotten son, that he said, whoso should believe in him should have life. So we know that God will never deny himself, nor will he ever tempt you with evil or tempt others with evil. Let's read James 1:13. It says, let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth any man. This is a doxology. Doxology means a way of closing a prayer. It's similar to 1 Chronicles 29:11. When you talk about Chronicles, 1 Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, it really is Kings, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, but it's put in chronological order. That's why it's Chronicles. It put it in the time that it actually happened. So 1 Kings is really 1 Chronicles, but it's put in chronological order. That's what that word means, so you'll know. But we read that it's a doxology, and many of the doxologies leave that part out, where it says that God cannot be tempted with evil, nor tempteth any man. And what that means is, I said, wow, in the Lord's Prayer, if we read Matthew 6, it says in 9-13, we're going to go to 13, it says, lead us not into temptation. And I had to really look at that because this scripture seems like it's contradicting. But the word temptation actually is lining up in the middle. When the devil tempts you, he tempts you to sin. God doesn't tempt you to sin. The word tempt can also stand as test. So the devil tempts you to sin. When God tempts you, tests you, is to righteousness. So when it says lead us not into temptation, it's actually saying lead us not into the testing, not into evil, because only the devil tempts you to evil, to sin, to disobedience, to unrighteousness. That's the devil. His temptation always is leading to destruction. And John 10:10 says, a thief cometh, but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. But Jesus said, I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. And the word for steal in John 10:10 actually is a word of deception, which the devil used even today. It's a word that doesn't mean a strong arm steal, put a gun to your head and take your money, but it actually means like steal like a pickpocket. So when you're pickpocketed, you're robbed and you don't know it. And that is Satan. He is a deceiver. He is a tempter. He wants you to disobey God. And he doesn't want you to have favor or faith, because Hebrews 6:11 says, without faith, it's impossible to please God. So the devil always operates in the premise that he doesn't want you to be favorable to God. God is neither weary or weak. Let's look at Isaiah 40:28. It reads as follows. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the earth, ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. In other words, he doesn't get weary in meeting your needs. He'll never get tired of meeting your needs. And I'm going to tell you something. It was a life-changing. My father's been dead a while.